Good evening, ladies. Zhanna here from Slim by Nature. Basically, tonight is the live that you've asked for, and we are delivering. So, as per usual, we start the live, and if you can't attend, you can actually watch a replay. And what we'll do will be I'll be introducing you to a lovely lady who will be running through ear seats with us. Let me just quickly check that we are in. I think we are in. Okay, I think we are live. Yes, we're good. Excellent. So, ladies, if you're watching me tonight, firstly, I want to say for those who are doing May Makeover Challenge, we are in week 2 of maintenance phase. And last time when I spoke to you last week, when we had a chat with Chelsea, one of your questions was whether we can actually do a daily updates or daily reminders. We haven't been really doing that in a group. So I'll make sure tomorrow in office, when I'm back in office with the girls, we'll actually schedule something. So for you, if it's not every single day around maintenance, we'll do it every second day. But it will help you just to get through the last 3 weeks of the maintenance phase. And of course, if you are on a program or if you have done the program previously, please leave a testimony for us. This brings so much joy to me personally, but also for all the girls who are working behind the scenes and seeing your results, and actually for you to share. This is quite incredible, and as a brand, we definitely need those reviews. So if you are keen, please share your reviews. We've got a Trustpilot account, so all you have to do is go on trustpilot.com, search Slim by Nature, and leave your review, and I will actually post a link. So again, if you have any questions throughout the live, just use the chat box, and I will go either at the end of the live or throughout the conversation, and I'll try to respond. But tonight's live is quite exciting. As you know, we brought ear seats a couple of weeks ago, and there was a lot of questions coming from you. So we have partnered with Katy Bacon, and Katy will be guiding you through the next half an hour and talking to you about, everything you need to know about ear seats, how to apply it, the benefits, the history of it, and what can you expect, and how long you can actually wear ear seats. So that's something that's I need to know as well. So Katy Bacon is a clinical skin therapist, nutritionist, and certified. How do you say it, Katy? I actually am going to bring you in now, because here we go. Katy, here we go. You're in.
Auriculotherapy. I know it's a bit of a mouthful.
Yes. So it's amazing to have you here. And as I said, just a couple of minutes ago, we had a chat, and it was interesting how I came across you. And thank you so much for providing these beautiful seeds. So maybe just start with introducing yourself to our girls. And as I said, this live is recorded, so they can watch it replay tomorrow. But tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us all about the ear seeds. We know nothing about it.
That's always a good place to start from the beginning. Well, as you said, I'm a certified auriculotherapy practitioner, but the question I always get asked is, what is that? And also, how do you say that? So you are like everybody else. But auriculotherapy just refers to therapy or the practice of the ear. So the auricle is what the ear is called. So that's what auriculotherapy stands for. And it is a sort of a hybrid version of traditional Chinese medicine. So it dates back over 4,000 years. So it's by no means a new practice. And if any of the people joining have ever had acupuncture, then you may have left your acupuncturist appointment with little tacks on areas of the body that sort of apply that long-term pressure. But as you said, my background with clinical aesthetics and nutrition, for me, I was always looking for, I guess, a natural, holistic way that I could help really improve my clients' well-being at home. And so I also want to improve my own health. I'm a terrible sleeper, and I always had issues with sleep and stress as well. So for me, ear seeds came into my life, and this auriculotherapy practice, and sort of changed sleep for me, which was incredible. And I really wanted to have this practice that my clients could take home, that they could do easily, to give them that therapeutic or well-being benefit super easy at home, on the go, wherever they were. And as you were saying just offline, it's almost like a really nice aesthetic, right? So it looks a little bit like jewelry, but we have these little acupressure tacks. So these are the traditional versions, which I'm not sure if you can see, which very old school, but they work beautifully. But they're almost like on a Band-Aid tape, and you've got these little beads, pellets, or seeds. The original form was Vicaria, which is a flowering seed that was held in place. But the more modern versions and the ones that you have are pellets, and the pellets apply pressure. So they all do the same thing. It's just that the pellets are slightly more modern version, and they're a bit more aesthetic. They have that jewelry-like look. The aim around them really is that these pellets applied by tape are going to be targeted to various acupressure points on the ear that give this slow, long-term pressure to stimulate various points on the body, which can target everything from stress, anxiety, digestion, well-being, and more.
We had a question, and I'm actually, like you can see, I've applied maybe about 35 minutes ago. I'm burning. So my face is, I probably need to turn off the heater here in the office, but I can feel this part, of course, is quite hot. So is it, obviously it's normal when you go through a massage, like normally, when at the end of the massage, they massage your ears and it's so lovely. So you've got the blood flow happening. So is it the same thing?
Yeah, it's stimulation. So normal things. Some people feel nothing, and that's also okay. So if you feel nothing, doesn't mean it's not doing anything. Everybody's different. But if there's an imbalance, what they say in traditional Chinese medicine is that the pressure helps stimulate the flow of qi or energy around the body. The ear is specifically what I say highly innervated. So there's a lot of nerves that run through this part of the ear, and lymph nodes too. And so one of the major nerves we often know is the vagus nerve. Everyone knows that, kind of the rest and digest nerve, the longest nerve in our body that links all of our organs. And so when we apply the pressure, there are over 200 points on the ear. And I do have like a little ear chart here, but that pressure stimulates the nerve endings. And so those nerves communicate to the brain. And we, in auriculotherapy, kind of call it like a switchboard to the brain. And that's what affects various organs or parts of the body we're triggering. So normal sensations could be a little tenderness, could be heat, just means that you've got a good flow of energy there. You may feel sleepy. That's a nice benefit of auriculotherapy. Some people may feel a little lightheaded initially when they use them. There are various different responses, all completely normal to auriculotherapy.
And in terms of application, so what happens if you don't actually apply to that correct point? So will it disturb, or will it cause any issues, or it's quite okay?
That's a really good question. So ideally, to get as close to the point, better for what we're wanting to target. But a lot of the points are really large, like the stomach point, for example, we have on the ear is quite a large point. You'd be going quite wrong to miss it. And if we miss that point, it's just not going to provide the therapeutic benefits. So it's really just not going to do anything. It's not going to cause you harm or cause any problems. So that's the beauty of auriculotherapy. It's a very safe practice to use, and it is quite hard to go wrong with it.
Yeah, that's good. And what about applying them? For example, I've just applied on my right ear for the neck pain. Can I do on my left ear, for example, to sleep or stress release?
Yeah. Look, you can apply to both ears or one ear. Typically, I would say target one problem at a time, because the body likes to know what it's doing at any one point in time. I know some people like to throw lots of seeds on everywhere, and a lot of the points do target multiple things like stress and anxiety. We can also use some of those points in weight loss, for example, because there is that link there. Try and target one protocol at a time. You could, if it's like a headache, for example, you may only need to seed for a few hours, for example. Neck pain, if you've only got pain on one side of the body, we only necessarily need to target one side of the body. Otherwise, we do both ears for that synergy.
Wonderful, wonderful. So with the application, I think, have you got some ear seeds with you? Do you want to demonstrate? Because I was going to, but I think it might be best if you do that, of course,
Yeah.
and show us.
So the big tip with getting the best out of your ear seeds is actually to clean your ear and dry your ear. So if you have alcohol, like your alcohol wipes or something like that, they are ideal because they're really going to remove dirts and oils off the skin. Because if you have oils there, they are a sticker or like a Band-Aid. So we want to make sure they get optimal stick. So making sure the ear is clean and dry. If you don't have an alcohol wipe, then just make sure you jump in the shower, thoroughly clean your ear and dry before you apply your seeds. When you're choosing your seeds, they just come in a little sleeve like so. You just remove them and you'll need your tweezers. I'm going to attempt to do this through a camera on a screen, so this is always fun, but you'll do this in the mirror. Best way, you'll see they have little acupressure. So this is sort of this hybrid between acupuncture and acupressure. So these ones that I'm using are stainless steel. So you would twist like so, and then you can easily peel your seed off the backing. And depending on where you want to target. So a really common point is one called Shen Men, which is in this little triangular area in the top part of the ear. So we apply our seed into the deepest part of the well, like so. And all we do is push it in place and give it a light massage so it sticks in place. And then we just repeat the process for other points we want to target. So I may want to target my stomach point here. So I'm just going to apply that seed, and we're just literally peeling it off the backing, placing it onto the ear and giving it a nice little press into place. And then we just repeat the process wherever we want to target, following the guides that are provided. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So once they're on the ear, we can massage them a few times through the day, just gently. You don't want to massage them too hard. You don't want them to pierce the skin or go through by aggressively rubbing them, but gently just massaging the seeds throughout the day does help release that endorphins, or those feel-good feelings from the seeds. You can shower, you can do all of your normal day-to-day activities. The key is that prep, but they stay on up to 4 days. You don't want to leave them on longer than 4 days, so 4 days max. You can remove them, of course, earlier, and then you can seed weekly. So I always recommend leaving it maybe 3 or 4 days in between. Just helps the body reset, bring back to balance, because 1 week you may want to target stress and anxiety, next week you may feeling good, and you might have a neck pain as you've had. So giving a couple of days just to reset in between is optimal. And then you can see weekly forever, really. I always have mine on every week to target various things. So they're a great therapeutic tool that you can use on the go to target your concerns.
Amazing. So with the weight loss, obviously with Slim by Nature, we help women to understand what food actually works for them. And I think I did put a post up in our group, and I used one of your little protocols for weight loss. And we had some commentary, so we just place them on and that's it. So how does that work with weight loss? So what is exactly happening in our body for it to work?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there are 200 points that we can target, and they all relate to various points in the body. So if I go back a step and talk a bit about the history of auricular therapy, so I mentioned it dated back 4,000 years, but the practice that we use at Seeded is a hybrid between Western and Eastern philosophy, which was created by Dr. Paul Nagier, who was a French neurologist. So his method of practice has been used since 1950, and it's been widely researched and clinically proven that the ear can affect, as I said, part of these nervous pathways to the body to affect organs. So also endorsed by the World Health Organization. So there is a lot of research that you can go online for. I will say in terms of weight loss, everything is always in balance with diet and lifestyle. So there's no such thing as a magic seed that you press and that's it. But there was a very good study, which you can go online to PubMed and we can share the links, which was a randomized study of 91 people in Asia with a BMI of greater than 23, which is a reasonable size. And the 5 auricular points, which I shared with you, which is the studied protocol of those 5 specific points, were targeted as a weekly treatment for 8 weeks, up to 4 days per session weekly. And the outcome of that study, in conjunction with diet and exercise changes, was the people that had the auricular therapy in conjunction with diet and exercise had a 6.1% reduction in body fat compared with the people that didn't. And those specific points that were chosen with things like digestive points, they help manage stress, they help to control cravings. But really the point is this innervation and how it sends these signals. So ear seeds have been shown to have benefit with hormone regulation. They can help modulate with pain. They help with soothing stress and anxiety. And so these biochemical changes are what really works to the benefit of auricular therapy. And in regards to, I guess, specifically that weight loss, it helps for some people reset that neuro pathway of cravings. So that reward and craving center that we have, it may just help you, I guess, have a little bit more resolve when it comes to sticking to your diet and exercise program. So other points that help with bloating and digestion, which is very beneficial for people. And if we can also help influence mood by promoting endorphins, well, if you're somebody that has emotional eating and that's a trigger for you, balancing emotions and helping you feel better and giving your body more balance and boosting that endorphins, as I mentioned, is going to help with that. So that's in a nutshell how they can affect the body.
Amazing. What we might do then, you said there was a study of 8 weeks. Our programs do range. So the shortest is the 30 days, and then the next one is the 43 plus the maintenance, and the longest is the 60 days. What we might do, we might just include the ear seeds within our program just as a combo, so for ladies to actually have the benefit of it, and collect some reviews and see what they, how they experience was around it. So I'm going to make a note, and I'm going to actually talk to the girls tomorrow and see what we can do, because in the beginning we thought it could be, as I said, limited edition, but now talking to you and my little brain is like ticking already. So this is something we can definitely introduce on a permanent basis to SBN. Yes. So with the application, did you say you're supposed to have a little break in between? Is it the same? Well, we've got the similar principle where, once you go in a program, you need about 6 to 8 weeks for your body to have a good rest, so you can continue on with the program and still see the results. So is it the same, and you can wear them indefinitely? I think you've mentioned that. I might have missed
No,
it.
it's a good question. It's good to recap. So look, you can wear them indefinitely. They're all therapeutic. There's no negatives. You can wear them for multiple conditions, which changes weekly. But in terms of that weight loss program, the clinical studies that were run was an 8-week program. We off that study. And that was in conjunction, and that was doing it weekly for a minimum of 4 days per week. In terms of general with ear seeds, we recommend that rest just so that your body has a bit of a break. Also the ear, you've had things stuck to it, so it's good to give the ear a little bit of a rest. And it just helps the body reset before we treat something else. So it's just general practice that we leave a couple of days at least in between the sessions, and effectively do it weekly for as long as you want. The only people we recommend not for ear seeds is pregnancy, which is really important because we're affecting the flow of chi and the balance in the body, same as certain reflexology points we wouldn't do on the feet, for example. And if anyone else has any questions, always speak to your doctor or acupuncturist. It's the right service for you, but it's very safe if you have massage or you've ever had reflexology. It's a similar concept.
Amazing, beautiful. Well, I think that's pretty much. I had the list of questions. That's what I had on my list. What we'll do then tomorrow, we'll put it in an email and we'll send it out for everyone to read if they have an interest. We'll also, as I said, ladies, before this live will be available in our group, so feel free to ask questions, and most likely you'll be seeing some beautiful pearls coming to our store. As you can see, I'm wearing pearls and I'm wearing some diamonds. At this stage, we have only got silver and gold. So, but hopefully in the next week, you will be able to select a few different ones. I don't see we have any other questions at this stage. But let's wrap up. Thank you so much for your time, Katy. And I'm sure we'll be back in touch with you. And if you have any reels or any videos or any cool application, because I think tomorrow we were going to actually do some application in the office and share, but I'll follow your page, so I might as well just steal some of your reels and use it. Yes. Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And ladies, as I said, we will be back next week at 7 p.m. and we'll talk about the finishing maintenance. And Chelsea and I will be talking about our new challenge that will be coming up in September. So have a safe night. Enjoy, stay warm, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, ladies. Bye.
Bye.